Good afternoon. I'm pleased to welcome you to the Medical College of Wisconsin Green Bay's White Coat Ceremony. I want to personally welcome the students, a small group that's here in the room, and I want to offer a bit of a special welcome and perhaps a little bit of an apology to all the families, guests, and our colleagues from the local medical community who usually join us on this day. We appreciate your candor and your professionalism as we've navigated the pandemic together, and with graduation, white coat, and all the ceremonies and the things that we've had to omit individuals this year from, I look forward to us all being back together in the room very soon. This afternoon, we appreciate that each of you is joining us, those who are in the room and those who are with us live, as we celebrate this special beginning for the students as they begin their journey of medicine. The White Coat Ceremony is for you, the students, for the families, and for your friends who've waited for this day for so long. They watched you study, they heard you stress about the MCAT, you hoped for the day that the score was back, the letters came in for the interviews. This is that day. They get to celebrate with you entering the field of medicine. Please don't let the significance of this ceremony be lost on you. It is the moment, as we talked about earlier, that you dedicate your future to becoming a healer. It comes with special responsibilities. It comes with a weightiness that begins today and carries on with you throughout your career. This ceremony is typically, in normal years, the gathering of physicians to welcome you to the profession of medicine. Know that while not present in the room because of the restrictions that we've talked about, local teachers and physicians at MCW-Green Bay are standing by, ready to help you achieve your full potential. We've met a few of them so far, but I got several notes this morning, and please let the class know we're really excited they're here. Heard from some people in the community, miss being with you guys this year, but let them know we're ready. Even the folks who do some of the things in town, the sporting things, and I don't know anything about curling, but I know they're ready if you're ready to learn curling. Our purpose together this afternoon is to convey our expectations, our dreams for your future, and to your personal success as part of the family here at MCW-Green Bay. Today is pretty special for us. It marks the 7th annual White Coat Ceremony, and as such, marks a milestone for us. As we've matriculated 7 full classes of students, the first 4 classes have graduated and moved on to residency and now practice medicine, some of them. You're now joining into that legacy that we're building together here in Green Bay. Today writes the first chapter in the lives of your patients and really your future as a physician. Our campus represents MCW's best traditions while enhancing them with a learning environment through innovation, technology, and being embedded in the community. Hear me when I say what you make of this opportunity depends on you. As I said at orientation last week, medical school is not easy. Only the reward for your achievement provides a satisfaction that is shared by very few other professions. When you intervene in the lives of others in their most difficult, hardest moments, there is a peace in that moment that you as a physician experience. Maybe there's no accolade, maybe there's no celebration, but you have made a difference in a life. And that's what we begin together today with you in your journey for medicine. I would now like to introduce Dr. John R. Raymond, Sr., President and CEO of the Medical College of Wisconsin, to also share his welcome. John?
Thanks, Matt, so much for your leadership in making the dream of this campus become a reality. And thanks to the community for helping us to embed a novel model of medical education here in northeastern Wisconsin. The healthcare systems, healthcare providers, preceptors, faculty, staff, and all the people that have wrapped their arms around the campus and our students, thank you. Students, welcome. We have high hopes for you, and we're truly delighted that you've chosen to become valued members of the Medical College of Wisconsin family. And And I'm especially pleased to be here today with you to commemorate the beginnings of your medical career and your profession with the placement of the white coat. The white coat ceremony is MCW's formal introduction to incoming medical students to the profession and the privilege of medicine. It's also a rite of passage for first-year medical students and a demonstration of the pride, tradition, and responsibility associated with becoming a physician. During the ceremony, our newest medical students will pledge to always do their best for their patients as they enter into the profession and become our colleagues. The white coat ceremony also enables our students to become part of the important legacy of nearly 20,000 alumni of the Medical College of Wisconsin, whose contributions to medical science have resulted in advances that have expanded the boundaries of knowledge, alleviated untold suffering, and saved the lives and improved the health and well-being of countless individuals. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you, the MCW Green Bay class of 2024. And now I'd like to introduce virtually 3 individuals who will give you their greetings. Dr. Joseph Kirschner, the Julie A. Eline, MA, Dean of the School of Medicine and Provost of the Medical College of Wisconsin. Dr. Matthew Goldblatt, Professor of Surgery and President of the Alumni Association. And Dr. Alicia Arnold, President of the Wisconsin Medical Society. Thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Dean Hunziker and President Raymond. Welcome students, families, and guests. What a great afternoon. I know it will be one of the first of many great afternoons in your careers as physicians. It is fantastic to be joining you today, although virtually, for this momentous occasion in your lives. I want to start by first acknowledging those who are also joining us virtually, who have supported our students as they have made this journey toward becoming physicians. None of us achieves this without friends, family, and significant others. The coronavirus pandemic has changed every facet of our society and our world, and has required us here at MCW to adjust our approach to everything we do as well, including holding virtual ceremonies such as this in the name of health and safety. Your journey and upward path at MCW will prepare you well to meet the challenges of medicine and science. I know that the ongoing pandemic will also allow for your preparation and maturation for the future in ways not possible under normal circumstances. Today's ceremony, however, is a celebration of the first steps in your journey to becoming physicians. Wherever you have been, whatever you have achieved in your previous lives, now takes on a different meaning as you enter this profession. This moment should be a moment of pride, because although there is much work ahead, it signifies a tremendous commitment on your behalf to accept the demands that come with being a physician and to succeed in every aspect of that commitment. This event celebrates the induction of the class of 2024 into the medical profession. Today, each incoming medical student will receive a white coat accompanied by a written card as a gift from a member of the Wisconsin Medical Society, an organization which has been long-standing supporter of this ceremony. These coats are an outward sign of the commitment of our future physicians to compassionate care and to their patients and to the commitment to scientific proficiency. Today marks the 26th annual white coat ceremony for the Medical College of Wisconsin. But how did the ritual come into being? In the 19th century, respect for the certainty of science was in stark contrast to some of the uncertainties related to 19th century medicine. To emphasize the transition to the more scientific approach to modern medicine, physicians sought to represent themselves as scientists and began to wear white coats to symbolize the scientist. Eventually, this led to the overwhelming association of the white coat with medicine. Although there is some lack of clarity over when the first white coat ceremony originated, the vision behind it has been attributed to Dr. Arnold Gold, who in 1993 instituted a white coat ceremony at the Columbia University College of Physicians and Surgeons in New York. Dr. Gold believed that medical students should be given a well-defined guideline regarding the expectations and responsibilities appropriate for the medical profession prior to starting the first day of education and training. He believed that a declaration of commitment when students accept the obligations of our profession should be taken at the beginning of medical school, not at the end. The white coat marks your induction into the medical profession and the transition to becoming part of the clinical team. It symbolizes the vow to provide comprehensive and compassionate patient care, the oath to define each patient as a person and not their illness, and the promise to keep this patient's best interests at heart. The white coat ceremony signifies the beginning of your career as a medical student. This ceremony joins the symbol of the white coat with the virtues of altruism, responsibility, duty, honor, respect, and compassion. There are many privileges that come with helping to lead a medical school, and none of them is more precious to me than being granted the opportunity to welcome the next generation of healers every year. To be allowed the privilege of watching their unbridled enthusiasm and optimism, to witness their talents blossom into reality, that gives me great comfort knowing that our health, in the most global of senses, is in wonderful hands. I look forward to sharing many more milestone events with you during your time here at MCW, and I greatly anticipate that moment when we will be able to shake hands on a different stage as you accept your Doctor of Medicine degree. I know that your careers will bring great promise and build upon the wonderful tradition that is MCW.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of the MCW and Marquette Medical Alumni Association, I want to welcome all the first-year medical students and your family and friends to the Medical College of Wisconsin Green Bay campus. I'm Matt Goldblatt, president of the MCW and Marquette Medical Alumni Association. I graduated from MCW in 1997, completed my residency in 2004, and I've been on faculty here since 2009. I really appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this momentous day in your medical education. Now, traditionally, the white coat ceremony marks the beginning of your journey into one of the greatest professions. Thank you for your decision to dedicate yourselves to the service of humanity through the art and science of medicine. I'm sure that the last year has been difficult for you, as it has been for many of us. But as you move forward, the experience of the COVID pandemic will surely shape your generation of physicians. My experience at MCW certainly prepared me tremendously for my work, and I have every confidence that you will receive an equally positive experience. And you can count on the Alumni Association to be there supporting you along the way by sponsoring, at least in part, a number of the activities, initiatives, and events that you will participate in. We have also created resources to support students and connect them to our MCW alumni community, and it is a powerful resource. I hope you have all registered on Engage, our online alumni platform, where you can reach out to alumni to build your professional network and for mentorship opportunities. Just go to mcwengage.com. At the core of MCW's mission is educating and training skilled doctors, scientists, pharmacists, and healthcare professionals who are prepared to meet the ever-changing needs of the communities they serve. And the Alumni Association is another vital campus partner that is here for you.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alicia Arnold. As president of the Wisconsin Medical Society and a member of the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation Board of Trustees, I'm honored to welcome you to the profession of medicine. On behalf of the Society's members, congratulations on all that you've accomplished to reach this milestone on your journey to becoming a physician. The white coat you received today is a gift from a Wisconsin physician who sponsored it through the Wisconsin Medical Society Foundation's White Coat campaign. It symbolizes much of what medicine has always been about: professionalism, trust, honesty, integrity, and ethics. It's also a symbol of the support system that you are now a part of. Going forward, you too will have a professional family to mentor you and assist you, just as they have done for me, your classmates, your colleagues, and the members of the Wisconsin Medical Society. With your white coat, you've received a personal message of encouragement from the physician who sponsored your coat. Some of you may develop a long-lasting professional relationship with that physician as a mentor and role model. And for others, it's simply nice to know that someone believes in you and took the time to wish you well on your journey. The years ahead will be challenging, exciting, and yes, stressful. But let me assure you that the support is there to help you succeed. You are not alone as you navigate the highs and lows of medical training. Your classmates and more experienced physicians will be there to share the thrilling successes and also the days that leave you with a heavy heart. Becoming a physician is an entry into a unique and rarefied club. Patients will entrust you with secrets and concerns that they wouldn't share with anyone else. You will be in a position to help patients in their most vulnerable moments. I will never forget the name of the first inpatient that I admitted on the wards as a student, or an unsuspected case of child abuse that I identified while reading x-rays as a resident. Sometimes I wonder about that child still. But you will also share moments of tremendous joy with your patients. You will be a healer, an educator, and a champion for your patients. Your kindness and your knowledge will make more of an impact than you may ever know. I encourage you to take advantage of your Wisconsin Medical Society membership and all that it offers, including access to scholarships, student loans, and educational opportunities. The Society and the Foundation both offer opportunities for networking and camaraderie with your peers and mentors, and I'm confident that your involvement will bring you lasting friendships and profoundly affect your professional career. Healthcare is a team effort, and when we work together to advance the profession, we're helping improve care for Wisconsin patients, which has been the mission of the Wisconsin Medical Society for more than 175 years. Once again, on behalf of the physicians of the Wisconsin Medical Society and Foundation, congratulations and welcome to the medical profession. We wish you the very best as you begin this amazing journey.
It's an unusual day for a white coat to not have our current medical students in Green Bay in the room other than a few award recipients later in the ceremony. To those who are not in the room today, who will watch this either today or when they finish their rotations later, I trust that you'll find ways to make connections with the new students in the way in which we've worked to build that camaraderie among classes here in Green Bay. For my M2s, this is especially important. It's not lost on us that you entered medical school during the toughest part of the lockdown. About a year ago, they received their white coats at home while I was broadcasting live from my living room. For you, we know that the difficulty of starting such a journey without face-to-face connections is only now starting to unwind and become real to our M2s. So this day is for you as well as you're joining us remotely. Each of our current students has experienced the demands of medical school firsthand: long days, late nights, unexpected challenges, changes, and each one of you have helped create a culture of determination, excellence, and compassion. As you continue to progress in your studies and move forward toward the goal of becoming physicians, your spirit of resilience is woven into the fabric of this campus. From the first class in 2015 till today, we strive to build the human connection and a supportive place to learn for each of you. To our students in the upper years of training, I need you to share that resilience with the incoming class. I need you to continue to focus on personal success, but also befriend the new students, mentor them, and build a sense of community. It's equally important, I promise, that the faculty and staff will continue to work hard every day to support you. But upperclassmen, I need you to strive for that daily excellence and care for those who come after you without exception, each and every one of them. I ask for your commitment to help all the members of the incoming class, the tutoring, the things you received from upperclassmen, the books you no longer need. All of those are part of the culture we've built together. Please honor that and take them under your wing. I need you to help us solidify the tradition of acceptance, excellence, and commitment by mentorship, the leadership, the professionalism, and the promotion of mental wellness. Sometimes as simple as a kind word, other times taking them to lunch, to dinner, something to remind them why we're all here. I know each of you, I've watched you grow as upperclassmen. Please renew your commitment today to develop confidence and competence that you've always shown us and instilled that in our new students. Please join me in recognizing the current students who are watching this later today. About those students, we work hard to build leadership. We talk about things, sometimes openly and honestly, places they can improve, places our campus can improve. All of that gets baked into the mix. It's part of the culture you're joining with your white coat today. I can tell you that most of the time when my phone rings, something's going on. Some days those are hard decisions, or difficult issues to answer. My staff will say, hey, that's not in the script. He's not in the script right now. But I'll tell you, this morning I got a call about a student, one of those upperclassmen on a clerkship. They were part of a team. Patient had a very bad outcome, difficult circumstance. The doctor called to tell me something, that the young student doctor who had been at the bedside over the last couple of days made all the difference in the world in the case. Spoke a language common with the patient. They provided comfort, healing, helped the patient understand what was going on and why, and helped them get through it. Often when you're the dean, the problems come your way. This morning I got to hear about one of those upperclassmen, one of those students, one of those MCW-Green based students who put themselves out extra hours, longer day, stayed for extra hours over the evening to help the family understand and get through it in a different language, different culture, and provide that experience and understanding that they themselves have gathered being a med student. I trust you'll become those students. We're proud of them, and I have every confidence that each of you will become them as well. Physicians must always strive to provide compassionate, collaborative, and scientifically excellent patient care. It's a part of our traditions. The vision of the Arnold Gold Foundation Humanism Awards is to ensure that care and respect always govern the relationship between practitioner and patient. Each year, MCW students are invited to nominate their peers for selection to the Gold Humanism Honor Society. The society recognizes individuals who are exemplars of humanistic patient care and who can serve as role models, mentors, and leaders in medicine to others. This afternoon, I'm pleased to recognize 5 students who were nominated by their peers and selected by a committee of the faculty for induction into this prestigious society. They will join the ranks of healthcare professionals nationwide who've been recognized and have shown extraordinary commitment to humanism in medicine. I would ask the following upperclassmen to come forward to receive their society pin and take the Gold Humanism Honor Society oath. Benjamin Hodap, Brittany Schultz, Rachel Seiler, Jacob Wilcox. Please come up. Amelia Shirky was also selected but could not be with us this afternoon. Please, if you would, take your place here on the stage. Ben, Brittany, Rachel, and Jake, please repeat after me. I pledge by all that I hold dear as a physician, I will care for my patients with compassion, respect, empathy, integrity, and clinical excellence. I will listen to my patients with my whole being. I will advocate for each patient as a unique individual. I will serve as a role model and mentor to promote humanism in healthcare. I will remember always the healing power of acts of caring. I will dedicate myself to joining with others to make healthcare optimal for all. Congratulations to each of you for being exemplars in humanism. We look forward to the great things you'll do in medicine. You may return to your seats. Well, today is a special day for each of you who's made a choice to dedicate your lives to become a physician. The profession of medicine is a very noble profession. Your choice to begin this journey, it's a life-changing one. You'll become a confident healer, scientist, and friend to your patients. At times they will be well, at times they will be gravely sick, and sadly, in some cases at the end of the science, you'll provide only comfort. You must become equally comfortable with your own expertise and the limitations of science. You must balance science, compassion, and humanity. As you take on this white coat, please remember those things. In balance together, caring for your patients. The words used to describe the role of physicians in history are incomplete compared to the actual work and lifestyle that physicians commit to. Be assured, much challenge, growth, and learning is in your future. The person who enters medicine today as a medical student will be quite much different a few years from now. The traditions of medicine extend from antiquity, and they remind us that not only of our past, but they really point us to the future. As diagnostic methods and treatments continue to advance, we know one thing for certain. Beyond the science, the profession of medicine and the ability to relieve suffering, strive for a cure, and comfort those facing very difficult challenges lies with you. You see, you are the critical ingredient. You're the one taking on the white coat, coordinate the team that you work with, deliver the care to the patients. MCW students are called to service, whether students find themselves at the bedside in Green Bay, around the world on an out-of-town rotation. The mission is to serve our patients. I'll tell you that while I was out helping at a COVID-19 volunteer station here in Wisconsin, I was gratified. I looked up and I saw several MCW students, including some from here in Green Bay and a couple who were from out of town, standing there in their short white coats, stopped by just to help. Looked at the check-in desk, and in the heat of the pandemic, while they were studying and balancing everything in their world, they took time out to help out and make sure people got swabs so we could isolate cases and reduce the caseload in town. It's a service that is part of the culture here that we expect you to consider and hopefully adopt as part of your service to medicine and to humanity. You see, it's not one of us. It's not me. It's not Dr. Green. It's not Dr. Raymond. It's all of us together, serving our patients. Pandemic has stressed medication, but beyond all of that, to be a physician in its purest form is one human being helping another with compassion and empathy while possessing the benefit of medical knowledge. Never forget that during your training, during your residency, and later in your practice. Today you're here because you've chosen to give your time, your strength, and your intellect to humankind. Be assured you are running towards the suffering of humanity, not away. There is no shortage of diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and the many diseases you will treat in your career. This is perhaps the start of the most difficult task you have set out to accomplish in your life thus far. However, we believe you possess the character, intellect to succeed, and we look forward to all that you become as physicians. Normally, we would have a large group of physicians in this audience. From the local community, they are the ones who've gone before you. Their professional lives bear witness, their practices, the service to humanity. They represent a few of the many people who will be outside the doors today, but they are here to equip you and prepare you as physicians. While they're here with us virtually, the women and men of this community who teach at the bedside are essential to the MCW-Green Bay Med School mission, and we couldn't do it without them, and I thank them very much today. I owe them a debt of gratitude as dean that I can never really repay. Teaching can be inconvenient, time-consuming, and in a world increasingly focused on productivity, they make real sacrifices to ensure high-quality medical education. Thank you to each of those who are watching, to you, to your staff, to the physician I talked to this morning. I trust that as you see these students in the hospital, you'll introduce yourselves as you always have on this day in this room, providing them with the mentorship and leadership they require to join us as colleagues over the next few years. This ceremony, it's not just a rite of passage. It is the recognition that you have achieved success in your studies, distinguish yourselves worthy to enter the professional medicine training. You're hand-selected by the Green Bay community for this campus through interviews with the Regional Applicant Advisory Committee, and we're excited to welcome you. We believe you are the future. Your white coat is, as Dr. Kirshner described, the symbol of a healing and service legacy that extend back to the earliest days of civilization and science. It is meaningful and comes with a duty to do your best. We expect that of you. We encourage that in you and your learning, and we ask that you give your every measure to becoming that physician. I've asked today's speaker to provide us with selected readings that illustrate the traditions of medicine. Dr. Joanna Buck, alumna of the Medical College of Wisconsin-Green Bay, will read the Physician's Pledge and the Oath of Maimonides. Dr. Buck.
I will start by reading the Physician's Pledge, which is the contemporary successor to the 2,500-year-old Hippocratic Oath, the current version of the Declaration of Geneva, which was adopted by the World Medical Association in 2017, outlines in concise terms the professional duties of physicians and affirms the ethical principles of the global medical profession. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. Next, I will read the Oath of Maimonides. The reason for reading this oath is because Green Bay is a campus for all who seek to learn and serve others. Some might ask, why the Oath of Maimonides? He was an astronomer, philosopher, scholar, and a physician. He is notable in history because he lived in a very divided world, but served all of humanity equally, despite the deep religious, political, and cultural challenges of his day. We have included it in the Green Bay White Coat ceremony since the founding of the campus, as we deeply believe in the value of each individual, and we are ever mindful of this in our teaching and patient care. The eternal providence has appointed me to watch over the life and health of thy creatures. May the love for my art actuate me at all time. May neither avarice nor miserliness, nor thirst for glory or for a great reputation engage my mind. For the enemies of truth and philanthropy could easily deceive me and make me forgetful of my lofty aim of doing good to thy children. May I never see in the patient anything but a fellow creature in pain. Grant me the strength, time, and opportunity always to correct what I have acquired, always to extend its domain. For knowledge is immense, and the spirit of man can extend indefinitely to enrich itself daily with new requirements. Today he can discover his errors of yesterday, and tomorrow he can obtain a new light on what he thinks himself sure of today. O God, thou hast appointed me to watch over the life and death of thy creatures. Here am I ready for my vocation, and now I turn unto my calling.
Thank you, Dr. Buck. It's a pleasure to have you with us as a graduate today. And now welcome Shelley Griffin, Medical Education Coordinator, to present some reflections from the students. Shelley.
The class of 2024 was asked to pause for a minute to capture their thoughts as they enter the next phase of their journey to becoming physicians. After collecting these reflections, a sentence or two was selected from each and woven into one narrative. Much like these 25 individual voices will together create the story of the MCW-Green Bay class of 2024. What follows is a compilation of the thoughts of these 25 individuals. Reading the prompt for this reflection assignment brought back many memories of hoping and praying to be in the position that I am, a student at the Medical College of Wisconsin. I have wanted to be a doctor since I was 6 years old. Well, you did it. There was nothing like the feeling of being accepted to medical school. My 18-year-old self could not comprehend the journey it would take to get to where I am now. I would not be here if it was not for the support received from my loved ones and mentors. It has been the most stressful and anxiety-inducing thing I have ever done, and more than once I wondered what I was doing and why. There have been many times that I have fallen on this journey, from failures academically to personal doubts of my own abilities. It took a lot of self-reflection to convince myself that I was capable, that I was worthy. My parents taught me persistence, as well as to always show up for people and keep working for any goal you have. Every teacher, from first grade to senior year of college, had an impact on my growth and journey to medicine. While my name is on my transcripts and test scores, I am built up on the people that offered me guidance and care over the years. A small part of me never actually thought I would get here. I don't know where this journey will lead me, and I'm terrified of the roadblocks I know I will face on the way. There is still a part of me that is in shock that I am here. Many feelings and emotions are circulating right now. Allow yourself to feel those emotions. Words can't describe how excited and humbled I feel. I'm ecstatic, proud, and honored to be a member of the class of 2024. I must not forget the values that have led me to this point. Be proud of where you are. Be proud of where you came from. Be excited of where you're going, and be happy of where you are today. I know that I can get through this because I'm surrounded by people who will not let me fail. I may have done the work, but they are the reason I am here. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm filled with excitement, but also sadness as I move to a new city alone. I suspect the antidote to my fear will be the excitement and enthusiasm I will feel as I begin to work with my classmates, and we use each other as resources to better ourselves. Being part of a smaller class is both reassuring and exciting. As we met each other in person for the first time, I felt as excited as I did when I walked into my kindergarten class, my soon-to-be community. Simply seeing the kindness in the eyes of the staff and the joy of my classmates, I could not stop smiling all day. I am thrilled to begin my journey and to share the experience with my new classmates. I'm ecstatic to create lifelong bonds. I cannot wait to see where these next 3 years take us all. I intend to learn from all of the uncomfortable and challenging situations that will face me. My hope for the coming 3 to 4 years and beyond is to continue to grow as an individual, to keep an open mind about every situation, and to work in a collaborative manner with my classmates and future colleagues. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, I feel it takes a village to raise the future of medicine. My father often says it is a privilege to be able to study medicine as you are doing God's work here on earth. Looking back on my journey to get into medical school, I can't help but feel extremely blessed. I'm so honored to be learning in an environment that truly embraces the entire community. I couldn't be more excited to be a part of the MCW family. I feel at peace knowing that some of the best and most rewarding times are ahead of me, and that I am exactly where I am supposed to be. I am looking forward to the possibility of inspiring others. I know that here I will receive the needed skills and training to become a physician who will be a leader and advocate for the community. I cannot wait to become a doctor who truly listens and advocates for patients. It is surreal to think I will be getting a white coat that has the label of medical student on it. I feel a little like a kid on the night before Christmas. Here's to all the hard work ahead and to making a positive impact on the world. And closing thoughts, we got this, class of 2024.
Thank you, Shelley, and thank you to the class for giving us a bit of insight and being vulnerable and sharing your thoughts as you enter the field of medicine. I would now ask Dr. Craig Hankey, Assistant Dean of Curriculum and Medical College of Wisconsin alumnus, to introduce the students as they are coded. Dr. Hankey, Dr. Green, please join me.
I would now like to ask the students to come forward individually and be coded by Dr. Matthew Hunsaker, Campus Dean, and Dr. Aaron Green, Assistant Dean of Clinical Learning. Matthew Barthel. Matthew is from Winneconne, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Alexa Bonneville. Alexa is from Menasha, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of St. Thomas. Zachary Bracken. Zachary is from Osseo, Minnesota, and earned his undergraduate degree from St. Mary's University of Minnesota. Deepak Deroch. Deepak is from Peshtigo, Wisconsin. He earned his undergraduate degree from DePaul University. Marissa Davis. Marissa is from Ripon, Wisconsin. She earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Emma Ellis. Emma is from Seymour, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of North Alabama. Kristen Feltman. Kristen is from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. Manat Gill. Manat is from Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Parkside. Heather Heyerman. Heather is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Purdue University. Isaias Harogi. Isaias is from Green Bay, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Brooke Kane. Brooke is from Plymouth, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Aubriana Larson. Aubriana is from Siren, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Iowa State University. Jenna Leffer. Jenna is from Reedsville, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Concordia University. Kayla Long Volkner. Kayla is from Bemidji, Minnesota, and earned her undergraduate degree from Concordia College at Moorhead. Max Malloy. Max is from Bozeman, Montana, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Montana. Rebecca Masti. Rebecca is from Pulaski, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay. Kayla McConaughey. Kayla is from Plymouth, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Harvard University. James Menting. James is from Little Chute, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Hannah Mueller. Hannah is from Bemidji, Minnesota, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Minnesota Duluth. Brianna Shera. Brianna is from Marathon, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Allison Sedmak. Allison is from Whitewater, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from Marquette University. Dalton Shaw. Dalton is from Black River Falls, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Dylan Sturdivant. Dylan is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Zoe Weller. Zoe is from Appleton, Wisconsin, and earned her undergraduate degree from the University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Joshua Wiesner. Joshua is from De Pere, Wisconsin, and earned his undergraduate degree from the University of Wisconsin-Madison.
Thank you, Dr. Hankey, and congratulations to each of you. As we celebrate the significance of the day, the greater Green Bay community shares the enthusiasm as well, and from the very beginning, we've included them in this ceremony. At this time, I would like to ask MCW Green Bay Community Advisory Board member, Attorney Warren Wanizek, to say a few words. Warren, would you please come up?
What a handsome group, and you wear those coats so well. When I was asked to make these comments today on behalf of the Community Advisory Board, I was both flattered and honored that Dean Hunsaker would ask me to do so, and I jumped at the opportunity. I have a couple of children that are medical-related fields. One's a dentist and one's a PA, and I got to attend white coat ceremonies, and I definitely appreciate the significance and feel for your families that they can't be here to share in person. But at least you're having one as opposed to last year. I guess you got to look at it that way. The Community Advisory Board was formed, as Dean said, about 3 years before the medical first class entered the medical school. So we were involved in just being involved, I guess, from the start. And a group of us were very honored to be asked to be in that process and to listen to Dean Hunsaker and the information we were getting from Milwaukee as to what the whole process was going to be of starting a new law school on the St. Norbert campus. And it's been a very interesting and rewarding experience. When he asked me today to do an affirmation, I had to do like lawyers do research. I had to check out what exactly an affirmation was. Well, when you look at all the Webster definitions of that term, it keeps circling back. I'm not going to read them to all of you. I'm sure you want to get together with your families that are around, so I won't bore you with it. But the bottom line is the word truth keeps coming up in all these definitions, whether they're from Merriam-Webster, Webster Urban Dictionary, any of them. So I'm going to talk a little later about what I consider to be the truth part of your ceremony today. But your training, as all of you well recognize, will be a collaboration between the Green Bay community that is very much behind all of you in this education process. It's going to include the faculty of MCW-Green Bay. And you know what? I don't know if we've had a round of applause for them, because you have a heck of a faculty and staff that you're going to get to know very well in the next 3 years. So how about a round of applause for them? But when I use that term collaboration, I'm not using it lightly. It includes the local physician partners that are going to help out in your educational process, the local hospitals that are involved, and the healthcare systems that support those physicians that are going to be supporting you. So it's been a very unique but a very rewarding collaboration from my perspective as a Community Advisory Board member. The beneficiaries of your training through this process are going to be obviously your patients, but it also benefits the residents of Green Bay community specifically, the residents of the state of Wisconsin, and most important, yourselves, because the reward is going to be your confidence in yourself as you go through this training process and become that physician that you all want to be. Each of you should recognize and know that as you commence your training, there are many steps or stages, and all of you will recognize it. I personally know the kind of commitment all of you have made to get where you are sitting today. And the steps or stages that I was able to think about as I was gathering a few words were the terms interest. Obviously, at some point, you had an interest in being involved in the field of medicine, specifically to be a physician. Dedication. From that interest, you inherited the dedication to make the commitment that all of you have made to get yourself where you're sitting today and wearing that white coat. Passion. You have shown a passion for this goal of becoming a physician, and the reward is going to be there faster than you can imagine. It may have seemed like a grind to get where you are today, but I've talked to many physicians that are in your position or were in your position, and they've always told me they couldn't believe how rapidly medical school went through. So next you're a resident, and before you know it, you're at it. So passion is a very significant term in this whole process, and then the work and energy that you've all expended and will continue to expend while you're going through medical school. Finally, your many past and future years of training and continued hard work will be recognized when you are rewarded with that degree as a medical doctor. In closing, I want to again warmly welcome you, all of you, to the class of 2024. You have a lot of people supporting you. Many of them are probably watching this right now. And on behalf of the Community Advisory Board, we'd like to congratulate each and every one of you on your accomplishment thus far and the accomplishments that you're going to have while attending medical school. Thank you.
Thanks, Warren. I do appreciate you and all the effort of the Community Advisory Board over the years and making introductions and helping the students feel comfortable in the community. So thank you for that. We'd be remiss today if we did not take the opportunity to acknowledge the friends, family, and significant others that have provided these students with the support to be here today. Dr. Kirshner mentioned it briefly in his remarks. Each of us who is a physician owes a debt of gratitude to our families, our patients, and our teachers that's immeasurable. Their support, their courage, their endurance are a testament to their love to us. We're asking now that your families and those who are a significant part of your lives affirm that they will sustain your spirit with affection, support, and I would encourage them at the conclusion of this ceremony to directly express that to you. None of us gets through medical school alone. With our colleagues, our peers, our families, our loved ones, friends. That's how we arrive at practice, and it sustains us throughout our careers. I would ask them, will they commit to supporting the sacrifices you will make while becoming a physician? If you have to miss that gathering, or perhaps that birthday party was cut short, a patient in the ER. Will they remind you of the day and this day, the hardest times, speak of words of kindness to you when you need it most, cook you a meal when you just need nutrition, and when the demands of your duties as a physician and the balance you seek in your personal life intersect in conflict, will they provide you with encouragement and affection? I would ask the families, those assembled here, that you would tell your student, we will. We'll care for you, we'll help you, we'll support you, and we'll get through this journey together. For those who are watching at home, whether that's by a phone call later or a text or a letter of encouragement in the old-fashioned snail mail, let them know. They need to know that you're in this journey with them. Well, I'm confident that the 25 of you are the embodiment of our hopes for the next generation of physicians. Congratulations, student doctors. We are very proud to welcome you to the profession of medicine. I wish you all peace and health, and thank you to all of those who have joined us in person and virtually today as witnesses to this ceremony. I look forward to visiting with you in person as the country emerges from the current challenges, and I wish a good day to you all. That will conclude our ceremony, and one more round of applause for the class of 2024. Turn around and face the camera. Turn around. If you would, turn around and face the camera and wave to those who joined us from home so they can see you. All right. Well, thank you all. And I would ask the students to meet over at Main Hall immediately following the ceremony so we can get a class photo. And then I promise you, we will release you to your families to celebrate this day. So thank you all for being with us, and a good day.